What they said.
Well, Naomi, wow, what an excellent Christmas episode we had last week. And how was your Christmas?
Yeah, my Christmas was really busy.
Turkey went well, though.
Turkey went well. Picnic went well with our orphan Christmas with Sydney friends.
Yeah, that was amazing. It was a lovely day. The weather held out and it was just beautiful seeing everyone.
So we are getting ready for the new year now.
I know. Boy, have I reflected from all that stuff from last week. From having my ex-Jay here and Sylie giving me the lowdown, and it's all Naomi's turn this week.
Oh, my turn this week. Let's get started, Lou.
Let's get started.
Wifey Lifey.
So Naomi, how has it been? I know that we alluded to it in the intro that Christmas went really, really well in the Naomi KO household.
Yes. Gosh, it's been jam-packed. 2023 worked out to be quite an interesting one for me. I had a bit of a slow start this year with some health issues and stuff like that, which I overcame. And then we got over the hump of June, July, and it seems to have taken off exponentially.
It's only been 2.5 months since Naomi said, hey, let's do a podcast. The last few months has been hectic.
Crazy. We only had intentions of launching the podcast for every fortnight, and we had so much fun that we've decided to take this on as a weekly challenge. Yes. And my God, how much have we achieved?
Signed by this top agency in Australia, this award-winning agency, and then now we're up to 20,000 downloads and counting. Can you believe that? And we're top 6 in the relationship charts in Apple. Sorry, I've got to put all this stuff in there.
I think we've achieved a lot in the short period that we've been on air. I'm still a little bit shocked that people are listening to me.
I'm not. Okay, look, how are you balancing it all out, though? I mean, and have you reflected on that for 2024?
I'm one of these people who love to have many balls juggling at the same time or dish spinnings at the same time. I think I've been still able to balance everything, with work. I still have a full-time job that I do during the day. And then I've got my kids that I still, look after them. So they're still hanging around. I've got dogs. I was pretty crazy going from one dog and then adding 2 puppies, but
people, I've warned her, I've actually still went ahead.
Crazy is my middle name, I think, because for a while there I was working for a manager, and he used to, because my name is KO, he used to call me Naomi Chaos.
Chaos by name, chaos by nature.
Totally.
Yeah, no, look, Naomi leads a very, very busy life. Sometimes I don't know how she does it. I mean, because look, I have a pretty hectic, busy life as well. But I see Naomi and she does it so seamlessly, like a duck to water, and she just keeps going and with a smile on her face and happiness and laughter, and then there's me just pulling my extensions out.
That's hilarious. The thing that I have learnt this year is to really be grateful for everything that's thrown my way. And, when you have little health issues along the way, I think it makes you appreciate life 50,000 times more. And so, I had women issues earlier this year. So, I can really sort of see what happens when you do get slowed down and affected by health. So everything that gets thrown my way, I just think I'm fortunate enough I take it on, smile, juggle it some more and keep moving.
Oh, you definitely do, and you're right about it. If you do have health issues, it does put it all in perspective. Years ago, I had cancer, and
the big C, yeah.
And it made me reevaluate my life and what I was doing, and it just makes you think.
Oh yeah, we had a nice chat that time. I went and visited you down at the hospital, and I bought you some food for the sort of a little charcuterie board, but not really.
Oh, look! No, when I was at what kind of shout out Royal North Shore when I had my ovarian cancer diagnosis, and Miss Naomi, she did. She came over with loads of food and cheered me up, and
we sat and had a really nice talk that day. I think that was sort of the bit of a change in our relationship too.
Yeah, no, it was. It was, and it was and it was so great. And I think, and from then on, I even knew that, yeah, I had a friend for life. It didn't matter if we, didn't speak that as often as what we're doing now.
Yeah, that's right. We're talking like every day.
Yeah, every day. We're living in each other's pockets now. But at that time, yeah, it's crazy how things like that happen. And as you say, you know who your friends are, even if you don't get to speak to them on a day-to-day basis, etc. You know that they've got your back. And I think that's important. And I think that's something that I'll probably take in the new year as well, is how important your tribe is, and those people that will always have your back regardless.
Yeah.
That ghosting, cutting you off or what have you, because we're all busy.
It's made me realize a lot of the friendships that I valued. The other thing is I had my 30th high school reunion with some of the friends. Yeah, this year. So that was an interesting one as well, because, there's so many people from that group, and there was probably about 30 of us who turned up that night. And some of them I haven't spoken for years. And when you just put a whole bunch of people back in to that same area, it's amazing. It's like we never left high school, and, we look back and we're thinking, shit, it's been 30 years. Well, I went through high school with a Vietnamese name, and it was actually when I went to uni and did my degree in pharmacy that I decided to change it to Naomi. So for a lot of my high school friends, they only knew me with my Vietnamese name, Ngoc Han, and so I think it was a bit of an adjustment for them to remember me as Naomi. A lot of people have changed, but we're still the same in essence. And it's amazing, all the people that you knew back in school, some of the things that we could just look back and have a really good laugh about.
If you could go back and talk to high school Naomi, what would you say to her?
Oh gosh, don't do pharmacy.
Podcasting, or this is going to be this new thing called podcasting.
Yeah, that's right. Go and invest in Google shares and Amazon shares.
Bitcoins.
Yeah, Bitcoin, and then just sell them before, what is it? Well, whenever it crashed.
Don't coin partners in crime.
And travel a lot more, I think. Travel in your youth and experience life. My life has taken many twists and turns, and they've all been great learning experiences. So I'm really grateful for that.
Me too. I mean, that's one thing my younger self loved travel.
Would you have expected to land in Australia and doing a podcast as well?
No. I mean, look, I'll be honest, so I lived in Canada when I was like 19, and up until I was 24. I've lived all across the UK, and I've travelled a lot because my job since I was like in my mid-20s was travelling everywhere. I was very lucky that I had a job that got me to a lot of different freaking places. But I never in a million years did I think I would live in Australia. Like, if you were to ask 30-year-old me, oh, would you live in Australia? I'd be like, no, I know nothing about Australia. All I know is going, Neighbours and Kylie. And I still listen to Jason Donovan, don't judge me. But yeah, so if you were to ask, no. And here I am 10 years and counting.
I guess that's my advice for a lot of young people, is to really go out there. I would have sort of like said to my 18-year-old, your HSC doesn't really matter, all those things don't really matter at the moment, but a lot about it is life experiences.
Oh, completely agree.
And doing what you really love. I think that when people sort of like give that advice in your 20s, you sort of like don't really realize that.
I think also I wouldn't change a single thing that I've done. I think all the things that I've done and been and gone and whatever has made me the person that I am today. And I think regret is, I have nothing I regret. There's a New Order song called Regret. Listen to it. Brilliant. That's one of my life songs. The
thing that I would never change is I always wanted to be a mum, and I have 3 wonderful kids, and I think that they're really good, blessings. They test me at times, like all children do, but I think that by them testing me, I've learnt to actually become a better parent. Well, I hope I have become a better parent as a result. So I do look at life as learning experiences. And moving into 2024, this is what I want to continue to do.
Lou's Dating Diary.
a lot of people talk about what we did last episode where I had Jay on. For me, it was great having him on and also hearing him,
talk about your other side.
I know, and it is so good to have a good mate in him in that regard. But I know a lot of people were shocked and talking about it, and hopefully they've learned something about me and also about how you can be friends with your exes. But so this dating diary is more about a reflection because obviously I've been hectic and mad and stuff, so I haven't had a chance to go on any dates.
We really haven't had a time to even catch our breath.
No, it's been mental. It's been absolutely chockers, people.
Chockers.
It's been great just hanging out with really good friends, and it has made me reflect on what's happened the past year. Obviously, me and Jay, we broke up, and then being single, and going on all these dates.
Yep, dating. Quite intense at times.
It has been intense, and dumpster fires. There's been many houses burnt.
The beautiful thing, I guess, around Christmas and New Year period is that reflection and being able to sort of like have people who know you really well surround you during these times. And it just gives you an opportunity to go, the hell have I done this year? What have I learned?
What have I learned? I mean, look, it's like what I alluded to prior. Like, I have no regrets, but I like to learn from stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's sometimes you can either do something better or or not do it ever again, right?
Don't repeat the same stupid mistakes. Make new ones.
Make new ones, get a T-shirt on it. And what I've realised is that I kind of do know what it is that I want. I want a relationship where we're both on the same page.
And a man with hair.
And a man with hair, yes. Okay. Yeah, I do have an aesthetic and a type. Blue eyes. I'll go for guys with blue eyes. But I digress. I want someone who, I wouldn't necessarily say the same as me, but complementary to me, because I can be, well, you guys can hear me, I'm pretty let out there and quirky, etc. So
sapiosexual?
Sapiosexual, yes. Very,
yes.
Yeah, and Jay alluded to that as well. And some of the questions that I had was like, well, why aren't you guys together? You seem to be like, you've got a great partnership. And we do. And obviously he's now moved.
Yes, way out of your 12-kilometre radius.
Exactly. And I can't do long distance relationships, etc. So so there you go. And I'm glad that it's amicable and we're still really, really good mates. But
I thought it was hilarious that like when he was on the show, you could definitely see there was chemistry there, and you're still really good mates. And when it was time for your son to head off to his dad, he was like, "Oh, I'll catch up with your son's dad."
This is it. Like, okay, so the next Mr. Louise Palmer will be part of that tribe as well. I could just see them all going out for beers. And did she do that when you were with her? Well, and they get on really, really well. And my son loves obviously Jay as well, and they get on really. So, and I think it's important. I mean, obviously, it's next Mr. Louise Palmer. That's our relationship, and but it's nice to know that I have a track record in picking nice guys.
Mr. LP?
Mr. LP, yeah, that's who that. Mr. LP has to be, a nice, genuine, lovely person, because they're the types that I go to, and they happen to be good looking as well. Jay, don't get a big head. But the reflection is, I think I do know what I want. I do know what it is that I'm looking for, and I do feel that I'm ready for it, but I wouldn't say I'm ready for it. I don't want to keep on going on all these dumpster fire crazy dates.
So as this year draws to a close and we're moving into 2024, we're going to start a new project with you, aren't we, Lou?
Well, it's a stay tuned, unless you want to or that jump straight onto like perfect match, then you know what's coming up. So I'm looking forward to 2024. What with crazy stuff that's about to happen.
Yeah, and look, did you take some of that, some of the advice from Sylie last episode?
She said that the friend zone thing is that really resonated with me. It's like, ooh, what? Because I do friend zone a lot of people. Look, I've met some lovely guys. I mean, there has to be an initial attraction there. There definitely has.
Yep.
There has been some guys that I've met this year that there was an initial attraction.
Yep.
But I have friend zoned them because I guess I wasn't ready, or potentially I got a bit kind of scared or what have you. I think I have friend zoned a few people who could have been my match. I'll be upfront and honest about that. And it's something that after going through some of these dates, it's made it clear that I've been doing. Yeah, I guess I'm self-sabotaging for whatever reason,
Sometimes there is a little bit of an unconscious level of not readiness there. I think to a certain extent we are like we subconsciously know what we actually need to do in order to self-preserve as well.
I was talking to Jay about this when he was over here. I think for me, and I alluded to this when I said it took me 10 months to actually fall for him as well, right? It takes a long
That's right.
for me to trust someone and to get that feeling of togetherness.
Yeah.
And then once I have that, it's all gravy. It's great. So I guess that's probably why I'm so close to my exes, because there's this trust there and we've got this history. To find that with another person means, and I hate that initial getting to know people. It's kind of like, I wish you could remove all that and then finally sitting in front of a Netflix doc and done all that, and and we're a couple and we're progressing. I think that's my mindset now. Is the fact that, Lou, in order to get there, you have to let people in.
You have to be vulnerable, and I think being vulnerable is a big step because nobody wants to get hurt. I think the biggest thing for you is the intelligence thing.
So I do come across as being, goofy and what have you, but you have to hold my, banter, attention, intellect, etc. And
I've often said that, though. I've often said that to a lot of my girlfriends, how important intelligence was. And it doesn't really mean IQ totally, but it's knowing that general discussion topics. Like you can talk a little bit about politics, you can talk about religion, you can talk about history, music, all those things. Because the thing is, that is mentally stimulating for a lot of women, I find, that if you're able to hold those type of conversation, then there's less chance of sending that dick pic or, being and going all sexual and all that stuff, because I think that there is a time and place for all those content.
And a thing about me is it's not all about sex. I've never, I like sex, let's not get twisted, but I can live without it. It's like, I think I said this before, I could be a nun if I wanted to. Sandra,
you'd be a pretty exciting nun, might I add.
I'd be like Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah, that's right.
There's more to come.
More to come. And you're still young and we're still figuring out things together, and we need more dumpster fires, let's face it.
Question of the week.
This week we're actually talking to two of our Sydney Friends members, Ashlee and Bettina.
We're bringing on the ladies this time round.
Yeah, we had the men's for our Christmas special, so we've got our ladies for our New Year's special. And we would like to explore what are some of our learnings that you have both learnt this past year, looking into the new year. So welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Thank you very much. So I guess we'll start off Bettina, you want to start off?
I've learned that people come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime.
We've spoken about this too.
Absolutely,
Yeah, and if someone comes into your life for a season, it's to help you grow and for you to learn from it, really, and for you to take that experience and go, well, how can I better that or prevent that from happening next time? Yep. And I think that's really important. Yeah. And not to let that get you down. It's just a personal growth learning experience.
And I found that when I actually started doing that, you're right. You start to look at every relationship as a positive, as opposed to, oh, I can't believe that didn't work or this didn't work.
Or I should have.
Yeah, should have.
coulda.
Yeah. I should have recognised this or blah, blah, blah. But hang on a minute. What did that person actually bring into my learning experience? And that just shifts the mindset, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
absolutely.
Yeah. So, valid point. You agree with that, Ashlee?
I absolutely do. There are some things in life that are quite traumatic and there's not always a lesson. But I think when it comes to dating and relationships and meeting people, that we just need to calm our farm.
Very much so.
Yep.
And just kind of not go into it with all these expectations and this will be the next love of my life. And that kind of thing.
So that, I guess, moves us on to the next question, really. Should there be any expectations when you first meet someone or during the first date, for example? If a guy says, yeah, come out with me and stuff, do you expect him to make all, like, the first date ideas, or do you give input in it? Like, what are some of your expectations? What makes a great first date?
That's a really good question. Personally, I do like the guy to do some of that early grunt work.
I love that grunt work.
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels a little bit 1950s-ish, I guess, but it's kind of indicative of interest as well. If he can at least, if he has said to you, I'm really keen to meet you, we should meet up sometime.
Yep.
If that's his suggestion, then I don't like the word expect, really, because it's quite loaded. But, it'd be nice if he would then follow that up with a Friday night, 7 o'clock, let's go here.
Yeah. Sometimes
control.
it is nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
For them to just actually say, let's meet up, let's go for a date, 7 o'clock, I'll pick you up, blah, blah, blah. We're going to,
That's it.
It shows a little bit of direction too.
It does, yes, kind of that willing to lead a little bit, because otherwise you're just going backwards and forwards with, it'd be really nice to meet you. Yeah, looking forward to it, but you kind of don't know what, when.
How about you, Bettina? Expectations?
Yeah, look, I like to keep them low. Look, one time I gave the full Bumble experience and, the girl makes the first move. Yep. That's it. So I was like, right, I'm going to plan this thing. So we had no choice in what we were doing. So, and it was great.
Yep.
It was nice to finally put myself in that position of being uncomfortable, being vulnerable and just taking control. Yep. But it is nice for them to feel special and for them to just go, right, we're going here. Exactly what you said. It's,
Yeah.
And how do you find, like, the dating apps? You alluded to Bumble. Is there... How do you find it? Is it like taking away the effort? Because I think we spoke about this in our last episode. Is there dating apps that you like more so than others?
Yes, in terms of apps that I like more than others, I prefer Hinge over a lot of the other ones. Some of them I haven't ever been on, actually. I've never been on Tinder.
What?
Really? That's usually what
Don't you know?
Yeah.
This is where all the new stock goes.
Yeah.
Haven't you heard?
Never been on Tinder.
Well, you're not missing much, trust me. You know what I mean?
But I did go on another one that's kind of has a similar reputation, I guess, quite early on. So maybe that's why I never...
Which one was that?
That was Adult Matchmaker.
Dang. Oh, well, really? I've never had that. I've never done that one.
So based on my understanding of Tinder, I think I pretty much killed two birds with one stone with that move. But yeah, I really like Hinge because it just has a really good layout, and I like the prompts that you can put in. You can have a voice recording. Yeah. You can have, you have to have a minimum of 6 photos, I think it is. You can have some videos.
Is that a minimum? Because I don't know. Yeah.
I didn't realise there was a minimum.
I didn't realise there was a minimum.
Yeah.
Well, it won't let you complete your profile and move on to the next step, I believe.
And when you remove one, it automatically prompts you to upload a new one. You can't save until you upload a new one.
Oh, yes.
I just bombarded it with photos. I was just like,
that's why you never had that problem.
And you thought that was your idea?
Tried Tinder. No, it's not for me. Bumble is probably my favourite, followed by a Hinge. Plenty of Fish. Well,
there was no fish.
No fish. I just couldn't do Plenty of Fish. I was just like, what's up with this?
No, a girl, like when I first separated and I tried Tinder, she goes, no, try Plenty of Fish. I looked at her and went, no.
I find the most scammers I found are on Plenty of Fish.
That was when I went through a phase when I got sick of dating and I went onto there just to find scammers, to scam the scammers.
That was love doing that. so good at it.
Have any of you guys tried Zeus?
No.
Yeah, okay, good.
I did, but that was confusing. We talked
Yeah,
about
we
that.
did. Yeah, I tried it that all of 2 minutes, and I was just like,
How
what is
about
this?
that new ring one? What's that?
Is it
Pear?
Oh, the
ring?
pear ring. I have a pear ring.
Yeah.
What? Do you?
I do.
Does
Yeah.
it work? Does
Did
it-
you?
I have not had any joy with it whatsoever.
So what does it do? Like, what? If you can explain, like, what's the pear?
So when
ring thing?
when you buy them, they come in a set of 3, so just different sizes, and it's green, and it's just like a silicon band
Right.
thing. So you wear it on whatever finger you like.
Yeah.
And it's just meant to indicate that when you're out socialising at a pub or bar or wherever you like to do your thing, that you're single and available and
Also, it doesn't actually
willing
have
to be
any
chatted
electronic
up.
thing to sort of like say
tracing.
there is
Yeah,
a.
tracer.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, so it's just a physical ring. Yeah, beep beep. There's another pear ring around.
There's fresh meat around.
Yeah, boop boop boop.
Grinder, Naomi. Yes,
I'm
it's-
a bit
it's like
disappointed.
it's like a portable version of the banana in the trolley when you're in the
Oh,
supermarket.
yeah.
Oh, pineapple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pineapple thing.
Yeah.
But have you ever seen anyone in public with it?
I think I've seen maybe 2.
I saw one guy at the Audi checkup, the cashier with the pear ring, and I said to him, "Does it work?" And he goes, "I don't know. Does it work?" I
He
don't
probably
know.
thought, "Hang on, I've got this woman chatting to me now. God, yeah,
It totally works.
And then you were like,
Until she drops the
Oh,
bomb.
I totally misunderstood that. I
me
thought
too.
it had some.
some app
Like
thing.
an app or
Yeah.
something that
Yeah.
went with it.
Yeah.
No,
No.
it's just like a social indicator. I
Maybe
guess.
next time I can market a toe ring. What they said, toe ring. So you've got more
Just like, you know,
Earrings?
that's interesting.
earrings, yeah.
Might as well just put a sticker on you and go, "Fingal, mingle."
Yeah, that's
Pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Like, over here.
Yeah, but it needs an app where you can kind of see
Yeah,
who else is in
exactly.
your area.
Yeah, yeah. So at least you can go, I need to go to that bar. That's where all the pears are.
Yeah,
Pear
there's
rings
a load
are.
of rings there.
Yeah, that's
You know,
right.
like, you know.
Well, that's probably its point of differentiation is that it doesn't have that techno kind of aspect.
You might as
because
well
there
wear a
already
rubber
are
band.
So many apps.
But how do you see? Because like it's quite obviously got to be discreet, right? You have to literally go up to them
And go, whooshka. If we don't have visual here, but I'm just waving my arm.
Yeah, if you can see what Naomi just did there, guys.
Maybe
like,
we can
yeah.
tape it.
Whooshka.
Whooshka.
Next question: can men and women ever just be friends?
I will say yes, but I think it really depends on the type of people who are trying to be friends. I think there are certain personalities that can do it better than others.
Yeah.
You know,
I agree.
Just kind of based on their life experience and perceptions of gender and people and how secure they are in themselves and all those types of things. So when the two right people
Yep.
come together but not right romantically,
Yep.
then
Yep.
I think it can work actually quite well.
Yeah, I agree. Recent events, I say no now, but in the back of my mind, like I've had male friends, plenty of them, but I feel like if one person catches the feels, then it can go downhill very quickly.
Yeah,
yeah.
agree. Yeah.
Yeah, even if you do start off being friends first and just seeing where it goes, there's always someone that catches stronger feelings
Yep.
faster
Yeah.
than the other person, and it kind of snowballs from there, I think.
And then there's also, you know, some people are like, well, we're friends, we can shag each other, it's fine, right?
Yeah.
And we can, and it's like, well, no, actually, you know. And I think men and women have different feelings and mindsets about that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I
think,
agree.
yeah, like women, this is generalising, right? But we tend to connect more emotionally with men after the act happens.
Yes.
Yep.
Unless it's someone that you're seriously not attracted to, and then why would you have sex with them anyway?
You'd be surprised. No, not me. But just,
Thanks for
you know.
clarifying.
yeah.
But for men, I guess much more. For men, I think it's much more of a physical thing. Like
Yep.
they can just attach a bit more than women can.
And they see it as an itch or a need, right?
An
not like,
itch.
you know. I had one guy say that to me. Right? He said, "I have needs. It's a need."
Oh, it's an E.
Yes.
So I'm just like, wow.
And women can do that too.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Exactly, absolutely.
Put myself out there in that category.
Have you ever been in relationships where you have had a male friend and your partner has not liked that?
Yeah. So that was my ex-husband. So I pretty much had to cut all male friends
Yeah.
Wow.
that I had.
Okay, wow.
Yeah. But it was done in a subtle kind of way over
Over a long period of
yeah,
time.
yeah. It wasn't,
So
you
but-
can't be friends.
So
it
like
was
manipulation, gaslighting.
Yes.
Type, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Right.
How about you, Ashlee?
Not really. When I was married, actually just before we got married, I was rekindling a friendship with an ex-boyfriend.
Yep.
And there was never any intent to rekindle the romance with the ex. But, we just got on really well, and we had split many, many years before because of age and different stages of life and all the rest. And my fiancé at the time, who then became my husband, was a little bit funny about it, but I introduced them and we went out for dinner, and he actually ended up being kind of okay with it, but then it was also just a little bit awkward.
Yeah.
So he
Would
just
they
ended
ever?
up-
Could they ever hang out?
No.
Together? No.
Oh wow.
No.
And what about vice versa? Have you been the woman who was mates and their partner?
Partner.
It was like,
Oh, your partner has a really good female friend.
yeah, and they'd be like, why are you friends? And you had that. Oh, really?
Yeah, so I had this scenario with my ex-husband who he had a few female friends.
Yep.
And there were people in that friendship group who were wondering why those two never got it together.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
So then when I came onto the scene, I was kind of like this new person who was almost interrupting this potential thing
Love
that
Actually.
that never
rom-com.
quite got there.
Yeah, yeah,
kind of
yeah.
scenario. Yeah.
How did you deal with it?
I don't know really. I just I never really made a big thing about it,
Yep.
and just did my best to be friendly and all the rest with everyone else. And
This happened to me. Same thing. My ex-husband, they all grew up with each other. They were all at high school together and stuff. And there was this girl called Jamie. I have to say this because this is ages ago, right? So whatever. And are we quite famous in Canada? No, not yet. So it doesn't really matter, right? But anyway, it just felt like I intruded in this, that Friends show,
Yeah.
the Ross and Rachel thing. And apparently Jamie and Dan were supposed to be together because everyone else got together.
Yeah.
And it was just Dan and Jamie. And at the end of the day, I come along and it was like, the hell. And they were pretty mean girly.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was very subtle, so the guys couldn't see it.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, no, and they're like, no, it's. So that's I completely see where you're coming from with that.
And I must say, an experience that I had this year has kind of made me a little bit nervous of any man who says to me she's just a friend. So I am a little bit conscious of that moving forwards.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah.
Because that was super traumatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you say, "Oh, she's just a friend," and then you're like, "Well, show me," and they're like, "Well, no, why?" And then they put it on you, like,
Yeah.
"Well, why are you feeling all this, that, and the other?" And you're like, "Well, why? Hang on a minute, I'm just asking you a question. You're getting defensive." Yeah, that's where it's.
My ex-husband, again, the one who, wouldn't allow me to have friends, but he would do it in a sneaky kind of way. I think if you're open about it and honest and going, yep, we're friends, introduce, no secrets.
Yep.
I'm fine with it.
Yep.
But if you're going to go hide a coffee date or whatever, then
Why you hide
I'm...
Yeah.
If you
then
have to
there's
hide anything,
ulterior
then
motives.
Absolutely,
yeah.
yeah.
There's
absolutely.
a problem if you're hiding something.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the thing, and it's like what we said even with the guys, and before it's like sometimes it's that common denominator. Sometimes it's not the wife or it's that guy who's got that ulterior motive. Or,
Yeah.
And so moving forward, what is going to be some of your New Year's resolutions?
Oh, yes.
So, I've been thinking about this for a while, and I guess it's to give a little bit of context. I work in a sales organisation, so it's I'm surrounded by a sales process, sales methodology all the time, and I have been sitting on this concept for a while of aligning the sales process with dating. And it makes so much sense. Seriously, I should trademark it to myself or something. I need to document it all out.
We might
It
need
makes
to
so much
ask
sense.
Ashlee's people to call our people.
Yes.
Absolutely, 100%. So, when you talk about kind of you're trying to look for something as a buyer and there's all these vendors around and I know that I need this and this company can provide this and this one does this and whatever. Dating is the same.
Yep.
Dating is the same. It's very much about qualifying out.
Oh, totally.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
I'm committed, I guess, in the new year to doing that a lot faster. And when you go on the apps and that kind of thing, you just kind of get bombarded with so many people. And the faster that you can qualify out and know what it is that you're looking for early on and any of those kind of early indicators where you kind of go,
exit out there. Yeah.
maybe I would have changed that or that, I'm sure that won't bug me in 3 months' time when we know each other better and all those kind of crap things that you tell yourself.
Yep.
Just out.
Yes.
Straight away, I think
I
is
agree.
probably one of my biggest resolutions because I give people too much time. You do.
Because and it's like that, if you are choosing, say, buying a car, and that's why, that a whole sales process resonates with me. If you're buying a car and you have a particular function that you require that car to deliver, you automatically go, well, that Lamborghini is not for me.
Exactly.
Because it's only two
I
seat or-
ordered a sea bass and I got a beef cheeky hairy thing. It's like, at the end of the day, right, you know what you want.
It always
So
comes
that's
back to food.
The movies. We haven't done the movies.
Yeah, that's right.
But no, it's true though. Why are you going to settle?
Yeah,
You don't.
Yeah.
And it's not about, I have heard some guys complain about women having all these tick boxes of things that they
A
want.
resume. Somebody's actually,
Yeah. And to a certain extent, I agree because I think there's a lot of superficial stuff that women think they want.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, when you get down to it, a lot of that stuff is just so superficial.
Yeah.
Yep.
When you've been with someone for a little while, no one breaks up with someone because they're too short.
Nah.
No one's ending a marriage because, I don't know,
They've got a
I think you
taller
don't
they
need
middle
drive
toe.
a Toyota as opposed to a Volkswagen or whatever.
I think you don't need to put in like I want X, Y, Z, blah blah blah. I think if you put in what you are like, if you have a good profile saying I am a mum, for example, so they know that you're, that's, I got them 50-50, so they know straight off the bat, that's you, right?
That's
Got
it.
dogs, I work in the CBD, I do X, Y, and Z, then they should, they have a snapshot of you, and at the end of the day, they can't later on go, well, I didn't know that about you, or I can't believe you're this, that, and the other, and you're like, well, it was there.
Do you guys put that you're single mums on the dating
I do.
profiles?
Yeah, I do.
100% I do.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I mean, information is power, right? And I want to
Absolutely.
be able to give as much information to someone who's trying to look at me to give them the ability to qualify me out.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That's just as
It's
important for
important,
them as it is for me.
And this is why I think, you've only got so much, letters that you can put on there, on that profile. So why are you going to put down this whole, like, I want him to be 6 foot tall. I want him to have brown hair. I want him to, you know what I'm going to say.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say it. I got a double black belt in Taekwondo, right? You know what I want him to be James Bond. At the end of the day, right, you should put down there who you are.
Yep. Most
it.
definitely.
Because that's what attracts people to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is they're like finding out about you as they're reading.
Yep.
Not kind of reading something where they're going, well, I'm not that.
Yeah,
I'm not
X
that.
me,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
that.
Yep,
And
yep.
then they exit out.
I've actually gone off all apps.
Yep.
Oh, good on you, yeah.
For now. I'm trying to rediscover myself. And I think
Nice.
I need to work and focus on myself to be happier. I think if my tank is low,
Yep.
I can't either like function for myself, function for my kids. How am I going to then be able to give love to somebody else?
Yeah.
Yep.
If I can't focus on myself for a bit and work on that. So that's my New Year's resolution, and it's doing more things for myself.
Yep.
Like that Latin dancing was the best thing for me.
Yes.
Like it's from a
And-
confidence level.
And we're making a call out for any men who actually want to do Latin dancing. We need regular partners.
Yes.
Well, I think you bring up a good point, and that is one big mantra that I have. If you go in my Facebook, you can actually see it. It is a quote that I have on there. It's RuPaul's quote: if you can't love yourself, how the hell are you going to love somebody else? And I've always followed that for years and years and years. It's like, it's true.
And I think that as mothers for so long, you're always caring for somebody else. And I think it's time that you know, more women are actually recognising that and caring for themselves first.
It's the self-care, self-love. Do something once a week.
Yep.
Just for you.
Yep.
Nobody else.
Yeah.
Where you don't think about anybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
Except for yourself.
Yeah.
Whether it be read a book. It doesn't have to cost lots of money. It's
No.
just
Yeah.
go for a walk.
Yeah.
Go somewhere different.
Put some cool cheesy music on and just sing along and just
And
like,
dance.
dance in the kitchen, you know, like
That's
you know.
it.
Yep.
It's just turning that mum brain off,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
focusing on self.
And it's hard.
Yeah.
It is very
Yeah.
hard.
I guess the viewers would want to hear our New
Year's
Year's
resolution.
Okay, who wants to go first?
For me, world domination.
We want TED Talks, we want Netflix, we want
I'm
Ford
working on a
and
Netflix
Holden to,
series.
Like, sponsor us. You know, Snapchat, if you listen, I know we had that bit of problem earlier, you know. It's
We're still friends.
yeah, we're still friends.
We're still using your filters.
But seriously, do you have a New Year's resolution?
Look, my New Year's... I think the past year, the biggest thing that I've gained was the relationship with my children. And especially having boys, my eldest finished his HSC and he went away to schoolies, and it was... The messages that I got from him wasn't like, oh, I'm doing this, whatever. He sent me a video, I'm having a bush dance party, you know, and to me that captured the communication and the relationship I have with my kids. And I want to continue to do that because it's just those little moments that they actually can share with you that I think is really quite priceless. And so I want to continue doing that and continue building the community that we do have with Sydney Friends and the connections that I've made, because I think if it wasn't, and I should actually thank my ex-husband for ending the relationship in 2017, because I've lost one relationship, but I've gained so much more.
5,000.
And my life is so much more enriching now that I feel like my cup is full.
Yeah.
You know, so while I'm juggling many, many balls and spinning many plates at the same time, I have a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah.
And I want to continue doing that.
My New Year's resolution is to be even more authentic than what I have been. I think sometimes, like with Benny Hill, like with some of the people that I go out with, I will stick around and stay and be uber polite and, you know, nice about it. And I'm like, why though? You know?
Qualify out.
Yes. I'm going to be using...
Can we trademark that, Ashlee?
Qualify it out. I don't care. I'm going to use that excuse. I'm going to say my house is on fire. I'm leaving. I'm out of there.
I've texted my girlfriend,
You know?
you're not looking like your profile. I'm out of here, babe.
I'm gone. Right?
I'm not forecasting this deal. Moving
You know,
on.
none of this, I better buy a drink to be polite and stuff and all that jazz. Nah, I'm going to be like just super... I'm really sorry. No, actually, I'm not going to say I'm going to be really sorry. Just met you now. You're not exactly who you said you are, or whatever. I'm outies. I'm gonskis. And I think I need to be a bit more direct and harsher instead of like texting you guys going, "Oh, the phone, what do I do?"
But I look forward to that. Can you still do it anyway?
Yeah, I'll still do it anyway. Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? We need to have a laugh, innit?
It's empowering though
Yes.
to have that kind of control over yourself and be able to just know this isn't meeting what I know that I need. And
exactly. It's one thing you try, because we do say on the podcast, be kind to people, treat people how you want to be treated. And I stand by that. I do want to do that. But sometimes it's kind of like, well, I'm not getting even the bare minimum. So, you know, what the hell? And I think it's exhausting. So I'm like, that's my New Year's resolution. It's like, enough.
Do it once, and then that'll empower you to be able to do it again. And it won't be as bad as what you think it is.
What would you do? What would you say if you saw Benny Hill? See, that's what I mean. What are you...
I know. We've got to workshop that, I think.
Yeah, I think
that's,
we do.
That's a new episode. Can we just work on it in 2024?
But thank you, ladies. I think, it's been really insightful. And I hope all our listeners got something from it as well.
Yes. And we'll see you on Sydney Friends in the next events.
Yeah, and Happy New Year, everyone.
Look forward to it.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Star-crossed lovers.
So today we're here to hear part 2, which is Sylie doing a reading for me.
Yes. Look, we had mine. We were blown away, weren't we?
I was, I was shocked.
I'm looking forward to hearing what is in store for Naomi.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm quite excited. I do love these readings.
Yes.
Yes, I am very excited to do your reading too, Naomi. Once again, I absolutely love your energy. I know we don't meet that often in person, but sometimes we can chat with someone on Facebook or Instagram, and you instantly feel a connection with someone. So there's obviously something more going on here, and that's the kind of energy work that I do and believe in. So if you're ready, we're going to start.
I'm ready.
We're going to start doing,
because I do believe we all meet for a reason,
Yes.
and you do attract.
Your tribe, right?
Yeah, you do.
I reckon so, yeah.
your
Yes.
vibe attracts your tribe.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
That's a good one.
That's true, actually. I've got to remember that.
Yeah.
True.
I'm going to use that.
So straight out with Naomi, I get the image I get is that of a cross, like a multiplication sign. So I feel like there's something in your life that's at odds with something else in your life. So you've got really conflicting priorities right now, and I feel you're struggling with putting your energy into multiple places.
Oh gosh.
Isn't
that the truth?
And I also get this feeling that there's a lot of overwhelmment going on with you. So you've got so many balls in the air right now, like literally that sometimes you're scared of just it all dropping to the ground. And that's just your fear. It's not something that's happening. It's just that fear that's coming up.
Yep.
But I want to read a little bit more about the cross that I got, because I feel like
please.
that's relevant
Yes.
to you. So I feel like you've moved on from like whatever was there in your past relationship, past hurt pretty well now. I think you're in that place now, but there's still a lot of resonance from the past that like there's probably disappointments from people in your past that still keep coming into your life, and you keep wondering, why is that happening?
Oh my God. WTF for anybody who knows me.
Wow.
And I do feel like there's one person in particular who's really giving you a lot of trouble at this moment. Could be like something to do with the habits this person has, or just the way this person communicates. I do feel communication is an issue as well with someone in your life right now, where there's you're trying to make it better, but I still feel like there's a lot of disappointment. This person keeps disappointing you, and there's one person strongly, but there could be other people, but I feel there's one person strongly who keeps disappointing you, and that's the energy that you're kind of struggling with. I don't think you show this to people very easily. I think when people see you, they see someone who's really calm and in control, and someone who can handle everything really easily in her life.
Yeah.
But this is yes, absolutely. But your this is like straight out coming to me like you need to there needs to be a lot of self-care and looking after yourself as well. With your relationship, there's water sign that I sense very, very strongly in your life. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, someone, either you're one of these signs or there's someone in your life who's one of these signs who's very relevant to you, very important to you.
Not saying nothing.
Yep. We do not say anything. Keep going.
So I do feel like there is love in your life. So there is and I'm talking about a romantic relationship, which is actually one of the things that's making it a little bit better. Like it's kind of like a silver lining on all of these disappointments that are happening.
Most definitely.
Look at this card. Like, it's this beautiful card. I know the listeners can't really see it, but it's this card with a woman who's holding a cup.
Can I take a photo of it?
Yes,
so then we can post it up.
And then it's the Ace of Cups for all of those who know it. And this is like a beautiful beginning, but it's just the representation for me with this card is like this is close to her heart, and I feel like this is something that gives you a lot of joy and a lot of warmth, just that peace and warmth in your life. But I want to read how you're going to cope with all of these disappointing people that are there in your life.
Maybe just one.
Just go away. Just
delete, block.
Stop it.
Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, we again have the 10 of Cups, Naomi. So love-wise, there's a beautiful future. You both have the best future coming. So again, this card is not just like commitment, fulfillment, love, but it's family. Like it's everyone coming together. It's your children, his children. It's your tribe, your friends. Like this beautiful future. And as far as those annoying people that are troubling traveling you goes, you're going to get the closure you want. The cycle is going to be completed very, very soon. And I feel like you're going to expand your boundaries because of that. So, I really strongly believe everything happens in our life for a reason. The reason why these people are in your life right now is there's an answer that you're missing. And that's where that cross comes in, because there's a sign that you're absolutely refusing to see that's right in front of you. And I think when you open your heart to that answer and your mind to that answer, that problem's going to go away from your life and you're going to step into like 2.0 of yourself, so
I'm liking the sound of
this. I feel like that's what the cross represents to me, is you kind of refusing to see, like it's like a stop sign, saying that no, there's nothing there, there's no way there, but you know what there is, like remove the stop sign out of the way and there is a way there. And once you do see that way, I feel like you've got the world here. I also see you traveling and I see you going international. Could be your podcast.
Could be our podcast.
But I do see you expanding your boundaries and really like discovering this whole new side of you and this side of who you can be and your skills and your potential. Like really the world is your oyster. So there's like definitely do explore that sign that I told you about and what answers you need to know. And like you both have an amazing future. And I'm not surprised because you both have this energy where you can manifest everything you want. You're very strong manifestors.
Yeah, we've both got a 10 of cups. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that is awesome.
Yes,
so many things resonated.
I'm so glad.
Thank you so much.
And there was just blown away by everything. Even when you're reading it, it's like, that's crazy because you're also going away, right?
Yes,
as well. Like international. So but the fact that you're going to be successful as well. It's good that It's
the thing awesome. Is, like you mentioned. That heart.
Yes.
And I am in a really good place. Like I've got really good people. And, like we had our Sydney Friends Christmas party and a lot of events leading up to Christmas. And looking back, I do find that I've got a really good community around me.
Yes.
And there's a lot of love. There's a lot of respect. There's a lot of safe places for a lot of people in the group as well.
Yeah.
So
it's a tribe, isn't it? It is about surrounding yourself with good people, and that everyone is wanting the best for you,
and juggling the mini balls.
Yeah,
God.
Oh my god! I was like, yeah, that's true.
I get that. I get that totally.
And the water sign.
Water sign, Cancer.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I'm really glad that it resonated. And you both are doing wonderful things in Sydney Friends as well, making people feel comfortable, welcomed, and just that vibe where it's a safe place for everyone to express themselves. So I'm so inspired by what you do.
And we're so pleased to have you part of our community too.
Absolutely.
So
thank you so much.
Definitely go onto Sylie's page. Sylie, if you want to just mention it again, please.
Yes, please. So it's Sylie Anya Readings. I'm on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Just type in SYLIE. It's just like Kylie with an S. And you'll find me
I remember when we first met and I said, how do I pronounce your name? And she said, Sylie, like Kylie with an S.
And she's a superstar, all right? Like just like Sylie is.
Yes.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Perfect match.
So this week on Perfect Match, we've got something slightly different for our audience. We're doing a massive call out now for men, and we're actually giving you the opportunity to win a perfect match date with Louise.
You will win. No. Look. As we alluded to on my dating diary, Naomi's done this intervention
Yes.
on my behalf. And because obviously, we're quite good matchmakers. Look, case in point, Clay and Mayo, we do it for other people. So Naomi is going to take the reins.
So I'm going to be interviewing these men.
Yes.
They're going to fill out my questionnaire. So my questionnaire for them,
What's your IQ?
and actually the number one question, do you have a healthy head of hair?
Yes.
That's the first selection criteria. Do you hold a conversation about politics and religion with Lou?
Yes.
We're going to have to come up with some questions, some qualifying.
Instrument, and yes, I will accept a triangle.
Okay.
Or maraca.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. Symbols?
Yeah, symbols. Look, I've got a drum kit, so if it's cool, any capacity,
Yep.
definitely.
Okay, and for our ladies listeners, our loyal ladies listeners out there, we're going to require your help as well.
Yeah.
So
Friend or like,
we need them, our trusted Sydney friends, women, to throw some men out your way. Oh, they do have to live in Sydney.
yes, they have to live in Sydney. Look, okay. Otherwise,
Yeah, so Wallace Fortuna is out.
yeah, that's true. Sorry, all you folks in Wallace and Fortuna, we love you. I'm sure that would have been an amazing date unless you want to fly me out there.
And the date is still being sponsored by Bella Vista Hotels. So
you can just take me out for free.
Yeah, that's right. So we don't have that awkward conversation who pays for the date.
I can't do any worse, right? I mean, come on now. I thought, you know.
I need to see this happening. And then we will come in and I'll interview Lou and Mr. LP.
Potential, Mr. LP.
Potential.
There you go. Like, so new year, new perfect match. I guess this is like the Bachelorette.
Oh, it is a bit. It is a bit. Shall I go get a couple of roses?
Oh my God, yeah. It's like, okay, we've got a list of potential suitors and here's the roses and like.
Yeah, that's right. So we might get some Roses Only sponsorship out here as well.
We've got to put the face back in dating for me, because at the moment I'm like, come on now.
Oh, we're going to try everything this year, I think. Next year coming up, 2024.
Okay. And you know exactly, like, no snap filters, no freaking I don't want to be a partner in goddamn crime. Okay, we want to go rob a bank. Like, for your age is your age
and no toilet pictures.
No toilet selfies. Like, so Naomi will set. Part of it is you got to send a pic.
You got to send a picture. Yes, that's right. Make sure it's PG. And on our Facebook, What They Said Facebook page, private message us on there and send us a message of your picture and your qualifications.
Form up.
We'll put the form up as well. So then, like, we're trying to capture it. We're throwing this whole net out there to the universe.
We're ending it on a high.
On a high note, yeah. And let's see where it will take us next year. I'm looking forward to it.
I am looking. No, it's gonna be amazing.
So things that I've just thought about. We don't actually have a name for our listeners.
No, we don't. But we do now.
We've tossed it around. And we were, using it as what we've got a segment on what he said, what she said in our what they said. And so our audience, we were having a play on word. We were
exactly, and basically it's what you guys heard. You guys are gonna be the herd.
Part of the herd. And it's HERD. So you're going to be part of the herd. So
ARD though.
Maybe we can take a poll. We'll throw out a poll. We'll do a poll, and whether you think you should be called herd, H is HERD or HEARD.
Well, you got to be the. Look, you're
going to be the yes. So similar to the Swifties for Taylor Swift, you're part of the herdies.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, see, there we go. Look, we made it, Naomi. We've got, names for our audience and all this.
Oh, we've got to hashtag that.
Yeah, we do. Yes, we do.
Yeah.
But look, there you go, the herd. And Happy New Year. I'm so looking forward to coming back. But until then, have fun, have a peaceful, prosperous New Year. Don't get up to any shenanigans like what I would get up to.
Stay safe.
Stay safe, and we'll see you next year.
Thank you. See ya.